What's up guys, Jimmo here again with RefinishNetwork.com. Now, over the years working in a body shop, I've been asked to spray some of the weirdest things from cop cars to military hoods to kitchen cabinets to I don't even know what this is. But now I get the privilege of spraying my first bathtub. So I thought I'd bring my camera along and show you guys exactly how it's done and the entire process from start to finish. So, let's get started. So the paint that I was supplied with is an epoxy based paint from Clanks, and it is available at most hardware stores I believe, and it is made specifically for tubs. Now they also sell a prep kit you can get separately. That would include a sanding pad and a cleaning compound. There's various ways you can go about prepping this, so let's cover a few. So you'd want to start off with a clean surface first, but you could simply choose to scuff it with a red Scotch pad, and the pad will get into all the grooves and it's pretty handy for that. But that's not going to take care of any imperfections in the surface. If you have any dust nibs that are already in there, it's not going to take any of that out. Now you can sand it down by hand with some 400 or finer sandpaper. Now I went with 500 for this. And of course if you have access to a sander, then you can simply buzz it down with that, but you'll probably have to go over it by hand a little with either sandpaper or a Scotch pad, or you can use a combination of all three. And when you're sanding it, you'll want to be wearing a dust mask because that gel coat is not very good to get into your lungs. Now I'm cleaning it down with some TSP degreaser. Now I have my own chemicals that I would typically use, but I thought I'd just pull that out. It's more widely available for everyone else to get a hold of. And the tech sheet also recommended that I washed it down with paint thinner prior to spraying. Normally I wouldn't do that, and in all honesty I'm not sure why I'm doing it here, but that's what the instructions say, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So it's a two-part product, so once you mix the two together it activates it. It gives you about a 20-hour pot life to use the product. Now it recommends that you mix each batch separately and then mix them together, mix them again, and then it says to put the top on and leave it for an hour. I don't really understand why I need to do that again, but if that's what the instructions tell me, I'm going to go ahead and follow them. Now I have access to a paint shaker, so rather than stirring them, I just chose to shake them. But if you don't have that luxury, then you just have to use the stir stick. So here's the first coat going on. I'm applying it pretty light because I've never sprayed this product before and I don't want to soak it on the first coat and have it running all over the place. And you'll probably notice pretty quickly that I'm fairly lost on how I'm spraying. I've never sprayed a tub before, so I didn't really know where to start and finish. So my first coat, I'm pretty confused looking. Now this stuff can be rolled on if you don't have access to a gun. The prep work is the same, but you should probably make sure you look at the tech sheet that comes with the product. It gives you an idea of the flash times because they're going to be quite a bit different. So I applied a coat in between here that I'm not going to bother showing just for the sake of repetition, but this is the final coat I'm putting on, so it has to go on pretty wet. And I found a bit better of a rhythm. I found spraying the bottom first and then bringing it up around the sides and then finally doing the top portion last seemed to work quite a bit better, and it seemed to come out pretty good. Also worth mentioning, I gave it about 15 to 20 minutes in between each coat. Also, the tip that I have on my gun is a 1.4. Now I think I would have been better off going with a 1.6, but I actually didn't have a 1.6, so I kind of had to make do. I did thin the product out for the last coat to kind of make it flow out a bit better, but it kind of sprays a lot like clear. It just needs to go on wet and all at once. So this is the end result. I think it turned out pretty good. I would give it a few days before you try to reinstall it. The box says it dries in 8 hours, but before handling it, I'd make sure you give it a few days to cure. So that's it, guys. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to leave me a comment below. And if you haven't already, make sure you click subscribe, because I have a ton of new videos coming out over the next few months and you're not going to want to miss them. So, till next time.